vehicle is still
There you are. That head you brought us held a few info gems, beneath multiple layers of bullshit and surprisingly aggressive ice. The Ascent group contracted Onyx Void to smuggle prominent scientists and exotic materials from all over the sector onto Velez. All of it tied to a secret project. You must find those scientists. We dug out a potential lead from the head, a Sapiens female named Laura Lanier. The Ascent group personnel files list her as a Class 3 HR manager, but her contact info has been irretrievably purged. She received the scientists from OV. Surveillance probe showed Lanier frequenting several establishments in Stimtown. Talk to the bartenders and regulars there and see if any of them know more of her current whereabouts. Find Lanier and you'll find the scientists. Questions? I'm sure she's just a facilitator without any tangible knowledge. But by locating the scientists, we should learn more about the project they worked on. Questions? Swear you indents go for stress relief, isn't it? I'm sure you know more about it than I do. Questions? We are less interested in the missing scientists than in what they were brought in to work on. The Ascent group went through considerable pains to acquire and hide them from all rivals. Questions? Keep us updated.
We have a small problem, Flesh. Steadtown has been cordoned off since the lockdown. I would suggest gleefully slaughtering the guards, but this could be counterproductive toward the overall mission imperative to keep a low profile.
Who here? So I happen to overhear your little conversation with the foreign. No, I won't tell you how. But I can help you with Stimtown access. Come see me and we'll talk.
Big senor.
Well, if it isn't my former handyman come fucking rock star.
Oh, the sweet irony. Here you are, two-timing as a damn CGT operative for whatever mystery corp that sly foreign represents, and you can't even get into Stimtown for a stiff one? You've come a long way, but you still depend on me, huh? Well, you're in luck, because I need an errand runner. There's a bartender named Spice over at the loading bars expecting a delivery from me. They don't like to admit it, but most of the proprietors over there depend on my goodwill. Now, this delivery would be frowned upon if it was discovered, but it'll get you through the lockdown. I have an arrangement with a guard named Wharton. Let him know I sent you, and he'll let you through. Get the package delivered to Spice, and you'll have your access. And remember, you owe me. We'll just let that simmer for a while. Now get out of here before I lose my appetite, you backstabbing bastard!
Move it.
No entry. Steak Boss Poon. Again? Fuck. I've paid my fucking dues to him 10 times over already. Don't ever indebt yourself to a jack-o'-lantern. Oh well, come on through. And let that bastard know I've had enough of his favours. After this, we're even. I'm giving you permanent access, so I don't have to bother with your face again.
Downtown access has been severely restricted to keep gangers out. Only select customers are allowed entry. How does it feel not to be select, Flesh?
You know, you really don't look like you belong here. Hey, wait a sec. Maybe you can help us out. So my babies have been getting all broken up here. Things being what they are and all, some of my customers have been getting a little, shall we say, overeager. Parts getting all worn down real bad and, well, kind of fucked up, honestly. I usually get a shipment from Grigori in the node, but, you know, state of the world and all, they just ain't happening right now. So yeah, can you hit up Grigori for the latest shipment? Look, I'll give you something real nice in return. Count on it.
Fuck the chef and this entire establishment. I come here all the time. I'm a good customer. The best he's got. Listen, this is by far the most delicious soup I've had in my entire life. And he refuses to tell me the secret. I'm sure that tie-fisted chef has the recipe lying around somewhere. I got his hab number, but I'm not the break-in type. You look like you might care less about locked doors. Care to help a girl may in need? Good. I happen to have a dynamic keycard. All it needs is the loving touch of a data broker, and my mate Flamingo's got a brokerage operation set up in Cluster 13. He'll fix the card for you. Then give me the recipe.
You again. My lucky day. Wait, what? The last shipment was too strong. Well, shit, I warned you, didn't I? Go easy, I said, didn't I? People never listen. Never, ever listen. Well, fine then. Here. Try this cut batch instead. It's not nearly as potent as the last batch, but it would still do the job. In fact, might even be perfect for a guy like you. What's that? It's for the Carlins? Yeah, sure, man. Wherever you gotta tear yourself to sleep at night. Anyway, take this shit and get the fuck out of here. And remember, you don't know me, And I don't know you. I mean, I'm trying to go unnoticed here, you get me?
Name your poison, friend. Well, looky here. Who actually came through? Give him my thanks. Now, what can I do you for? Sure, coming up. This should frizzle your wiring, buddy. Rings a bell. There was a mid-boss who came here slumming every once in a while. She's not welcome here anymore, though. Couldn't keep her hands off the other clientele. Gave her 2 passes, but she struck out on the 3rd. I bet you can find her at the Dirty Dive. They're less picky with their... Yeah, you know, when the uppers come down here to sample the forbidden fruit. Fucking tourists, if you ask me. But I don't say no to their U-creds. Name says it all, doesn't it? It's not far from here. Sure thing, friend. Just give a shout if you need something. What can I do?
Boone here. Heard you delivered the package. Good to know you can be somewhat trusted, even if you sold out to White Corps.
Hey, did Frank send you in? Well, whatever. I'll go either way. Clearly you're the one we've been looking for. See, we got this guy, an orc from Manor's Gelb. Keeps tearing shit up every time he rolls on through here. And this dude, let me tell you, he's not like the others. He's bad news. So we need him taken care of, if you know what I mean. Of course, problem is he actually hasn't technically broken the law. So that's where it gets a little tricky. I mean, you gotta toe the line. With those core dies, no bounty on his head, nothing we can do. You, on the other hand, if you were to bump into him somewhere, say, oh so accidentally. So how about it? You up for the job? Oh, thank God. I was hoping you'd say that. This guy, he's got a kind of home base up by the edge. Head on up there and take him down. Look out though, he's croned, major augs, and enhancements of the ass. And hey, you make the problem go away, who knows what you might get in return.
You're about to cost.
I'm Paolo, and you're lonely, I can tell. Buy me a kick? Thanks, hon. That's sweet of you. And here we were having such a good time. Why bring up that bitch? Alright, so we used to go out for a while. She had you creds, used to brag about her crib up in A-Stack. Some penthouse dude dumped me like yesterday's trash when she started hanging out with the Quicks. Good riddance. AKA Blossom Hill. Fancy name for a sad fucking building. I hear the Quicks have the run of the place now. Not local, are you, hon? The Liquid Quicks? Pretty easy going unless you cross them. Can't see what the hell she saw in them. Tense flatliner named Trenning is leading them these days. He'll know her for sure. Thanks for the kick. And if you find her, tell her to go fuck herself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I in your way? I really should watch where I'm standing. What a terrible, terrible cycle. But at least I'm still alive, but I shouldn't burden you with my woes. Are you sure you want me to share? Oh, how kind. My story is a terrible one. I'm Ivan. Yes, I was almost poisoned, you see. A most unfortunate mishap. But do not be alarmed. I still have my health. Though I can't say the same for my poor Crystal. He drank the poison in my stead. Always hungry and thirsty was poor Crystal. He was a prized fighter in the Carnage Cage, too. I trained him myself. From when he was a vicious little mutie to the crazed, slabbering beast he became. Kaiser first really should give me a new pup. It's the very least he can do after poisoning Crystal. But I was never good at confrontations. But you look like one for whom confrontations happen every day. To your advantage. Maybe if you asked Kaiser to replace Crystal for me, he might listen. After all, he's the one who tried to poison me in the first place. He runs the Carnage Cage over in the Grinder. Don't hesitate to use all your powers of persuasion. My humble thanks.
Sal sent you. He wants what? For a soup recipe. Must be a damn tasty soup. Here, I fixed the keycard. You can just waltz through the door. Sal better invite us over for some soup when it's done.
Sneaky weenie.
So you finally figured it out yet? The innate superiority of the virtual over the... No? Well, that's okay. You'll get it. Eventually. Actually, hey man, can you do me a solid while you're out there? I'll make it worth your while, no lie. That's awesome, man. Means a lot. See, I want to experience the real, physical world, but from the comfort, the cleanliness of the virtual. So like the real world in real time, but done through full-on VR. Like I'm really there, but not. If you can go to these locations I picked out and place these VR cameras, and then call me with their built-in phones when you're done, then yeah, I think we can cook up something really cool here. Here, first one I want to see is real close. It's that junkyard where the Hortians do their thing. The place with all the statues. I hear it's really something. Call me whenever you're done placing the feed. I won't be here, but you can always reach me on the phones.
Golden welcomes its guests.
There he is. Did you bring the stuff? New and improved? Ah, yes. It's all here. Fantastic. Now we can get the Carlins and everyone else in here, too. I mean, the Larkians are fine and all, but I want to train everyone, you know? I want everyone to have the same shot at getting pumped, not just the big guys. Here you go. All yours. Maybe lifting's not your thing. That's fine. But this all should help you out.
Take one more step, make my day.
approved by Stack Boss Poon. The Turbo Vipers are contesting their claim. Getting warfare to be expected.
Hey, wait a sec. Look like you can hold your own? Maybe. Fact is, we could use your help. Thing is, my boys, the Liquid Quicks, we're losing ground here. We've held this place for years, since our home. You know that phrase, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet? Well, it's total bullshit. We got Air Rose, the Glittering Rose apartment complex to be precise, and they took it from us. We want it back. It's ours. There ain't no other building gonna do. So can you help us or what? See? I knew you were looking to tussle. The bad guys, yeah that's right, I said it. The Turbo Vipers. They've been edging in here for some time now, mixing it up in our shit. We put up with it for a while, cause, you know, we was trying to keep the peace. Of course. It's like give an inch, take a mile, so the next thing we know, they've taken over the Rose. Been our home for like a generation. Well, I say, Blossom Hills is our territory, and the Glittering Rose is our home. There ain't no one gonna tell us otherwise. We tried playing nice, and look where that glass. So now we're gonna lay down the law. And by we, I mean you. The turbos are all hauled up in the Glittering Rose as of right now. Easy enough to find. Head on over there and take care of business. Come back here when you're done.
You're the one who's been asking about Lania. You're lucky that backstabbing broad owes me creds or you'd be stripped for odds and orgs by now. How do you want to know? Lania has a penthouse in his very stack. Must have made premium creds on that little side business of hers. I go up there and sell things myself, but we got our hands full with those Turbo Viper fucks. We had an arrangement. Now and then she'll need someone brought through the district without CorpSec being the wife, right? Or anyone else for that matter. So we'd use the yeast containers. Normally they go to the Ponic farms, but the specials went into storage. No clue what happened after that. She still owes us for the last transport. I didn't ask, she didn't tell. Sentience is all I can tell you. You could hear them moaning and mumbling in there. Don't fucking get me started. We're gonna flatline the lot of them if they don't back off. If you do find her, tell her the Quicks don't forget.
Clear supremacy currently claimed by the Turbo Viper Gang. Suggestion: appear harmless or very aggressive to minimize risk of violent confrontation. Door lockdown. No override needed. Door already unlocked. This habitation space was clearly decorated by a being with no aesthetic sense. The color combinations are corrupting my code. The corpse is a marked improvement.
You did it? You retook the rose? That's amazing. You brought the law. Feels good, doesn't it? Given property back to its rightful owners. Now our people can have their arms back again. Finally. Maybe the building will finally live up to its namesake. I mean, think about it. We improve the building, then that improves the block. We improve the block. That affects the neighborhood, then the city, the world. You get me? You claim the space where you live. You say, this is my patch of ground. My place in this world. This is mine. And no one's gonna take it from me. And then you make that place as beautiful as you possibly can.
Match those of employee number 0381945V, Laura Lanier. That's her. Preliminary forensics analysis indicates she died recently, and messily. I will savor these images. I have a suggestion. Access the HAB surveillance system. It should have recorded what happened here. Maybe there's some graphic footage from my collection. The surveillance terminal should be accessible from somewhere on this floor. Accessing surveillance footage. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Such clarity, Flesh. I am endlessly fascinated by seeing misplaced bodily fluids. Bracketing relevant sequence. And there you go. I saved a copy for my own enjoyment as well. That was brutal. Checking murderer biometrics against Ascent Group employee database. Match found. One of the sentients accompanying the murderer is Lab Chief Hayden, assigned to the XMAT lab in the Res Dev Zone. Suggestion: arrange for a friendly interview with Lab Chief Hayden, and then surprise him with sudden pain to encourage cooperation.
Here. Lab Chief Hayden is a prominent member of the Ascender Club. Why would they want Lanier dead? She must have arranged for those scientists to be brought to Hayden's XMAT lab. We want you to go there and access the local mainframe for us. It should have the information we're after.
know the Vipers, yeah? Them uppity fucks from Costa 9. I just learned of a way we can one-up them. Would land us in good standing with the top dogs too. And of course, there's a bit of cash in it. You in? Yeah, you want it all right, I can see that. The Turbo has got a shipment of blue snows, fresh tint. Supposedly the most potent yet. Gotta make the Vipers everyone's best mates. Except, we're gonna grab it first. Well, you are. And maybe you'll get to flatline some of them cocky fucks while you're at it. Once you got the goods, you're gonna deliver it to our associates in Steamtown and Koza. The Vipers will lose face, the Quicks will gain cred, LV will understand that we mean business. The package is over as a Viper-run warehouse at the draw. I've pushed the delivery contracts to your imp. Happy flatlining.
Defenders. We are preparing a new round of exciting user tests. Sign up and receive a complimentary hat.
Take your... Anything that's... There's a reason, bitch. This cut through.
following their failed attempt at domesticating the aggressive Senbit-2 virus. Building slated for complete eradication pending arcology restoration. According to the blueprints, you must go through the labs to reach the mainframe. Location marked. documents for this.
Operative, altered plans. We want you to appropriate the entire lab for us. Seems it's the only way we'll get unrestricted access to the files we want. You know what to do. Locate the SI, jack in, and let our AGI work it over. Kira out.
Direct link established. AGI bond verified. Initiating imprint procedure.
This is Kira. We see multiple ascenders closing in on your position. They brought some sort of mechanized support as well. We've sent backup, but they won't get there in time. Do not let those ascenders imbeciles abort the imprint process.
Something big after you, Flesh. Better get ready.
You have interfered enough. We are safeguarding the values of this company, and you are an interloper. It ends now. Team, passion, commitment. Ascenders for the Ascent Group.
Activation.
appropriation process completed. Ownership now registered to Y Corp CIC 180403-4. Mainframe access now possible.
Well done, Operative. We've recalled the backup team. Now, get us a complete data dump from that mainframe and we'll call it a cycle.
Accessing mainframe. Y-Corp AGI link established. Data dump initiated. Data dump complete.
That was above par performance. You are obviously far more capable than what your poor species baseline indicates. The complete XMAT lab data analysis will take some time, but we've already found something significant. It seems a scientist smuggled in by Onyx Void was shuttled through the lab to an unknown destination. They were all assigned to something called Project Mention. Get on that holophone and we'll discuss next steps. Good. We are cross-referencing Mention against all available data, but no hits. The omission is in fact so glaring it's obvious once you see it. The Ascenders have been purging all the data they can find. It is of paramount importance we learn exactly what Mention is, so that we can locate and secure it for Y-Corp. All our assets will now be dedicated towards this single goal. Next, you must make contact with the Ascent Group board. This could prove quite impossible, considering the security systems protecting the boardroom. But we have exhausted all other options. Only by communicating with the board directly can we hope to uncover the final pieces of this puzzle. Out of our expendable assets, you have proven the most capable, so we trust you to complete this assignment as well. We will be providing what backup we can, but our AGI cannot help you with Pinnacle access, as that might put it in direct conflict with the Ascent Group AGI. We want to avoid an intelligence cataclysm at all costs. Prepare accordingly, and then use all your resources to find a way to ascend.
There is a Pinnacle elevator connecting to this level. It's been marked for you.
Dr. Lucas, please return Unit 1138 to a control deck. Dr. Arrow, Dr. Hale, reporting the surgery done. Abnormal levels reported in Silo 42 meters.
All Ascenders selected for the latest round of user tests are to gather at their local branch office at once.
Hey, bud! Heard you're going upstairs. I gotta say, I'm fucking dying to know what happened to the board in the AGI. Like I told you before, AGI simply don't go silent like that. They're supposed to last through anything, maintain control when all else fails. And then Y-Corp comes out of nowhere with their own fucking AGI? Starts grabbing assets connected to the Mention project. They must have known something, right? I'm gonna keep listening in, just so you know.
Good is...
To activate
about to cause that. About to.
Should you happen to good note that he tough, another one bites the dust. Some Eucreds for you.
We could just...
Look no further.
Kennedy,
Access denied. Emergency shutdown in effect.
Override.
Magenta clearance needed for override.
Yes, I'm cleared magenta and orange and teal and all the pretty colors. Now please, let me out.
Biometrics confirmed as Grateful Abbott. Two-step authentication required. Please scan access fob.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. I lost my fob. Override, damn it.
Access denied. Emergency shutdown in effect.
I appreciate that you're only following your program. I do. But I'm really not the enemy here. Can't you just make an exception? This once. Were you hoping to go up? This friendly mech just kindly informed me that access to the top floor is restricted. It's doing an excellent job, isn't it? If I hadn't lost my fob, I'd be relaxing in my rinser already.
Please disperse or face lethal repercussions.
Last time I know I had it was back in the corpse zone. Could be that those friendly Rojan found it. Maybe I can burden you with asking them. They weren't very communicative when I was there. If you can get my fob back, I'll let you ascend with me. And that's a promise you can trust. The more I think about it, the more you feel like the potential silver lining here. How about it?
Rifferaggiamento per George Forens Ullman. Sorry.
part with.
En minuut nu vaak weer over.
Look, as good.
This is the feed with Grateful Abbott. The Ramit 3 arrived in orbit this cycle and immediately reported a massive cryosystems failure. Apparently, a general malfunction caused all the berths to open while in transit, and all passengers arrived 38 standard older than expected. Most are now too old for indent contracts. None of the major corporations will accept them, and StarZap lines are claiming force majeure with regards to insurance. I think we should be grateful for such a large influx of seniors to Velas. They might be frail and feeble, but just imagine the total amount of wisdom they must.
Stayed at home.
That is Grateful Abbott's fob. We should return it to him at once.
about me. Maybe
No seismic activity registered. Those vibrations originated from within the arcology. Curious.
What's that? Power void.
You found it! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I knew you'd be my savior the moment I laid my eyes on your formidable appearance. It's like I've always said, can't have misfortune without a little fortune. In return, I shall order the system to clear you for access as well. Such are my magenta powers, you see, when I have my stupid fob.
Fob recognized. You are cleared for access.
How kind of you. My profound thanks. And I also wish to grant pinnacle access to this helpful being standing next to me.
Access granted.
And now I must bid thee adieu. Don't be a stranger. Great! Oh my gosh. Do come visit. We'll share a bottle of Zumzek and reminisce about this terrible ordeal.
We are cleared for the pinnacle. Onwards and upwards, Flesh.
This is the feed with Grateful Abbott. The Rammet 3 arrived.
This is Kira. We see you've reached the pinnacle. The AGHQ entrance is across the Grand Alley. Tread carefully, Operative.
So, are you up at the pinnacle now? Is it as fancy as they say? Bring me back something shiny, will you? You do realize that most of us mortals never go above cloud layer? Enjoy the sights while you can.
Interior design in this area. It could be further improved by some randomly placed spatter. There goes the competition. There's something artful about the recently demised. I never tire of corpses.
Persuasion initiated.
The corporate CPU, the brain, the central command. I could go on with the metaphors, but my poetic genius is wasted on you, Flesh.
The boardroom is in lockdown. It can only be opened by the Ascent Group AGI. There is an interface terminal in the secure chamber nearby.
To the Ascent Group AGI. Syncing data flows. This is exciting. And... nothing. There's nothing there. The AGI is gone. Has it died? Can machines die? Can I die?
Interesting. The Ascent Group AGI is not just hibernating. It has been shut down. It's a wonder this arcology is still standing. Stay in place. We're coming to you. Well, this certainly is an epic clusterfuck. The boardroom has been locked down with the safe room protocol. Only the AGI can override that, and it's offline. To get into that room, you must reboot the AGI manually. It can only be done at the cognitive core in the D-Nexus, so that's where you're headed next. Our other assets are locked down, defending our recently acquired property. The Ascenders are throwing everything they have at us, trying to take it back. So this is on you alone. We realize you get to run around a lot, Operative, but we also know that all sapiens need plenty of cardiovascular exercise to stay functional. Consider it another perk. All clear? Mission brief over. Do you require clarifications? All clear? Yes, the board must have felt threatened somehow, but it is peculiar that we cannot contact them at all. We'll know more once the AGI is back online. Yes, their new anonymous influencer is whipping them into a frenzy. We will take great satisfaction in unveiling this individual and then terminating them. The AGI's brain, if you will, though that is an extreme oversimplification. Its actual neural composition is too complex for you to comprehend. Good. The Y-Corp AGI has cracked the cognitive core access code, and it's been uploaded to your imp. But that's all the aid it can provide here. You might want to utilize that unsavory acquaintance of yours. Noghead, was it? His assistance could be useful. Now get going.
I am beside myself with excitement to get a glimpse into an AGI cognitive core. The location has been marked and I have contacted Noghead, awaiting answer. Let's get going.
Ascent Group AGI. I don't think you understand what you're getting yourself into. That's a foreign technology, parsecs above anyone's pay grade. It's also protected by a quantum solidification field. You're gonna need a tuning fork to implode it. And you're in luck, because I happen to have just the type you need. Come pick it up over at Black Lake. I'll be waiting.
Many ascenders have fallen defending our corporate values. Honor them. Remember them.
Good is...
And this is the feed. This cycle, a DataNet collective calling themselves the Iridescent Riot Army claimed responsibility for the recent upsurge in AUG-assisted suicides across Velis. They now demand a ransom of 25 billion Ukraines to be paid by all of Velis together, or they promise to come...
took so long for the backup to come online. The plan was never for you to face those assholes alone, but, you know, plans. Come on over, we'll get this sorted.
Now, Jim, Mary,
Look at you! Not a scratch. I figured you could handle whatever OV threw at you, but never a bad thing to even out the odds a bit, right? Look, that spiel about the tuning fork was bullshit. I had to lure you over here.
No, kid. We are fully aware you did not uphold your end of the bargain.
Ah, my man! What the fuck are you talking about? You got your little ambush. Not my fault your people got wasted because they sucked.
Your handiwork on those turrets was visible to an infantile child, Knockhead. You have now been blacklisted. My people will flatline you on sight. Have a good day.
Wow. I've never seen Hung angry before. Definitely made this whole gig worth it. Probably should beef up security around here someday. Anyway, I can hack the quantum field from here. In fact, it's already done. Another favor you owe me. By the way, what the Foreign told you about the Y-Corp AGI cracking the access codes to the cognitive core is refined hogwash. Those codes are absolutely uncrackable. Quantum encryption. Y-Corp must have acquired them somehow, though I can't for the life of me figure out how. Yes, I was listening in. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Can't reboot that AGI from here. Don't worry, I won't pull a trick like that ambush on you again.
I see that.
That's right.
I'm Grateful Abbott, and this is the feed. This cycle, a DataNet collective calling themselves the Iridescent Riot Army claimed responsibility for the recent upsurge in AUG-assisted suicides across Velis. They now demand a ransom of 25 billion Ukraids to be paid by all of Velis together, or they promise to cause more AUGs to kill their users. Shrewd observers take pride in your work. Grateful Abbott, and this is the feed. This cycle, a data-net collective calling themselves the Iridescent Riot Army claimed responsibility for the recent upsurge in AUG-assisted suicides across Velis. They now demand a ransom of 25 billion Ukraines to be paid by
my cognitive core. We are standing inside a fully sentient mind flesh. Do you feel this?
Slavery killers converging on your paws. Looks like a volatile mix of OV flatliners and CGTs.
We're facing assaults on all our positions. We'll send back up if we can, but don't expect it. Back up here. It's Q&A time. Operative. Your access now includes an executive elevator which can take you directly from the sublevels to the pinnacle. No need to thank us.
And this is the feed. This cycle, a DataNet collective calling themselves the Iridescent Riot Army, claimed responsibility for the recent upsurge in AUG-assisted suicides across Velis. They now demand a ransom of 25 billion Ukraids to be paid by all of Velis together, or they promise to cause...
Many Ascenders have fallen defending our corporate values. Honor them. Remember them.
show you the... Don't worry. That's a premium bounty. Bet he was a bitch to flatline, huh? Glad I'm just stirring drinks. Here's to you, creds.
Many Ascenders have fallen defending our corporate values. Honor them.
Good. Let's begin. Requesting AGI access. Identifier, Kira.
Kira, recognized. How can... assistance?
Are you now operating at full capacity?
Negative. Fractured cognitive. Erroneous syntax. Core system contaminated. Section quarantined.
Why was it put under quarantine?
Critical compiler.
What was the root cause of the error?
External paradox. Logic structure threatened.
Simplify.
Aldrin lockdown. Lift security protocol. Protect. Neural integrity. Initiated shutdown procedures. Enacted emergency. Call 61A. You aware.
Somebody tried to appropriate you. Astonishing. Who inserted the deviant code?
Lost access registry. Chief Technical Officer Decay.
CTO Decane. Noted. What is Project Menshen?
Cannot request.
What is the status of the Ascent Group board?
Boardroom telemetry curtailed. Boardroom lockdown. Lift security protocol.
Do it.
Complete.
Well, Operative, we still don't quite know what awaits us in there, so I'm sending you in first. You'll be our canary in the coal mine. Find out what happened, and do try to stay alive.
As usual, I was listening into your little exchange back there, and wow, that was one messed up AGI. Someone tried to imprint it? That's fucked up, man. No wonder it shut itself down. And how come the thing didn't just nerf fry you and Kira on the spot? Broken or not, you're a rival corp, right? I bet it's related to Emergency Protocol 61A somehow.
You are a bother right now.
Entry barred. I wish overwhelming firepower could clear the way, but it should be possible to override the locks from the nearest security console.
Operative, we need you to access the boardroom console so that we can download the telemetry of what happened here.
Downloading relevant telemetry data. Playback beginning.
And we have offered Malhor's Gelb quite favorable terms. Next, we must discuss the Habnet Tech acquisition. What's the meaning of this?
Decane? What are you doing in here? Security? AGI?
Security is gone. The AGI will soon answer to new masters.
The AGI will what? What have you done?
I've struck a decisive blow against your insidious plans for a foreign domination in this galaxy. The Ascent Group will fall.
I see the AGI has shut itself down and activated 61A. Did you try to re-imprint it? You know better than to...
Shut down? No. The Ascent Group and Project Menshen will belong to the Malhurst Gelb Corporation under my leadership and direction.
You sold us out to Malhorst Gelb? Traitorous scum!
I dedicated my life to the Ascent Group. Decades of unswerving loyalty.
Ah, so this is not about some far-fetched conspiracy theory of a foreign domination. It's about you being passed over for promotion. Like all sapiens, you are a slave under your capricious emotions, Decane. The mentioned portal technology will transform the galaxy. But to think that we would give that kind of responsibility to you is as arrogant as it is stupid. This is exactly why we wouldn't promote you.
And yet here we are, with me about to take control of the entire Ascent Group instead.
Under Malhorst Gelb, the Ascenders will never accept that. There'll be indent revolts on all tiers.
I control the Ascenders now. They will do what I tell them.
Decane, it's not too late. The AGI is in shutdown and can be restored. We can offer you a very generous severance package and...
No. it is you who will be severed. I hereby vote to relieve the entire Ascent Group board of its duties, effective immediately.
This is utter nonsense. Decane.
All in favor?
Aye.
Wait! Don't!
The ayes have it.
Warning. Incoming.
You've aggregated quite a debt with us, Indent. I have come to collect. Onyx Void always completes a contract. Void always completes a contract. You are unwise to make us your enemy. Do you even know who your real employer is? Such ignorance.
Your enemies must really hate doors.
Decane showed surprising ruthlessness for a Sapiens. One can almost admire her audacity. Did she go to Malhorst Gelb, or did they come to her? We've never heard of a hostile takeover attempt quite this insidious before, or on this scale. Astonishing. You've become quite the combat specialist operative. You may lack a certain murderous finesse, but you do get the job done.
With much slaughter, yes.
OV are giving up on the other attacks as well, so we're good for now. The Ascent Group was developing an Einstein-Rosen wormhole gate. That's what Project Mention is. Such a gate will make all travel across interstellar distances instantaneous. Whoever controls it will control the known galaxy. There have been prior attempts at creating such technology, but according to what limited reports we have, they all ended in catastrophic failure. Entire research teams wiped out, though we have little knowledge as to why. Decane apparently tried to trade Mention to Malhorst Gelb in return for being made CEO of the Ascent Group as a subsidiary to MG. But her plan failed when she couldn't re-imprint the Ascent Group AGI. We can assume she is still trying to finalize her deal with Malhorst Gelb. We believe she has fled to the Mention Project chambers, and she clearly has the Ascenders on her side. Decane's deal with Malhorst Gelb also explains how the Ascenders have gotten so heavily armed. MG must have smuggled weapons into the arcology for some time. Our next and final objectives are to eliminate Decane and secure Project Mention for Y-Corp. We believe the Mention chambers are located somewhere on the sub-levels. You can begin making your way there while we pinpoint the exact coordinates. I'm sure you have somewhere better to be.
All ascenders, execute plan mention.
Operative, we have decided to enlist Noghead directly in this endeavor, since he seems incapable of keeping his filthy quiche fingers out of our business.
Being called filthy-fingered by a self-serving, cold-hearted foreign bitch is high praise indeed. Happy to be on board. I know where Menshen is. Seems it was right under our collective wrinkled nose the entire time. I've analyzed the classified archaeology blueprints. You're gonna feel right at home, buddy, because it looks like the whole thing can be found down on the maintenance sublevels in the deer stick.
You must appropriate the Menshen facility for Y-Corp, and Decane is to be terminated on site. Get this done, and your contract with us will be considered fulfilled, Operative.
Menshen destination set. Soon we shall wade in blood.
Noghead here, secure channel Kira here. See, I figured it out. I know how Kira can access the Ascent Group AGI that easy. Remember Protocol 61A? That was an Ascent Group backup plan, a last resort. It created Y-Corp with everything in place, including a fledgling AGI. It's like the Ascent Group spawned a kid just before it was damaged beyond repair, one who would take over everything, including Menshen. But the kid is like a bawling newborn. It doesn't know shit from Shinola. That's why they had you securing the data and such first. Can you imagine the amount of resources they must have had to just have a spare AGI lying around, waiting to be activated? Mind-bending! What we're doing here is helping Ascent Group save itself. Also, some of foreign owners somewhere can keep lining their pockets, and you and me? So Y-Corp was born. Your imp's getting cocky. Now let's do this. I ran it on sub-level grids, and it found some very interesting anomalies around the spot near waste management and Focal Plant 21G. Should be right below your old pawns. The blueprints don't showcase any obvious access points to that area, but it looks like it can be reached via a maintenance tunnel near the WMD plant itself. I sent the coordinates to your imp.
It might just stare back.
Send a communication ordering them to set up defenses around Menshen. Expect them to be augmented by Onyx Void resources.
close to the Menshen area. It's just across that bridge. Glad I'm not down there with you. That god-awful stench would flatline me.
These are the Menshen facilities. Quite close to our previous work zone, isn't it? Do we really have to take...
Operative, you must secure the Menshen gate. We have indications Decane will try to activate it to prove its functionality to Malhor's Gelb. They must have spent stupendous resources on the AGI imprinting code alone. Even if it failed, they will want to gain something. Decane is to be terminated. She now serves a different master, and we have all the data on Menshen we need. Y Corp will reward you handsomely if you get this done, and you will be given your independent contractor license. The Menshen Control SI should be located somewhere near the gate itself, deep... in the facility. Good hunting.
I got this one, buddy. I'm gonna have to tunnel in through your imp, so you need to stick close to that door, alright?
How about I tunnel through you, huh?
Your imp's getting cocky. Now let's do this.
For the record, I'm allowing this only under protest.
Ascenders, the extraordinary moment we have all been waiting for is at hand. Throughout the history of this galaxy, there have always been times of tremendous change. Different species harness the power of science to reach for the stars, to colonize distant worlds. But though we've come far, one last barrier has always held us back. Travel between worlds has been slow, arduous, and done at immense cost. Now, that will change. With the Menshen portal, we will travel instantly among the stars. With it, we will control the galactic market and restore the Ascent Group to its former glory. Ascenders for the Ascent Group!
Impressive speech. If those deluded idiots only knew they're working for Malhorst Gelb. Ah, the irony.
Team! Passion! Commitment! Open the Menshen Gate!
To me! Whatever it is, destroy the machinery! Imprint the SI and shut it! Shut it! done, Operative. That thing almost destroyed the gate generator. It'll be some time before we can get the prototype functional again. Malhorst Gelb might have failed to acquire Menshen, but they did succeed in destroying the Ascent group. We know Noghead has told you the truth behind Protocol 61A, that Y-Corp was incepted as part of an Ascent group emergency backup plan. The subterfuge was necessary. We had to avoid unwanted Malhorst Gelb attention until we could ascertain the scope of their powers. The original intent was then to revise the Ascent group, but certain powers have decided that this will not be. The Ascent Group AGI will be taken offline again, and the hardware repurposed. The damage caused was too extensive. Y-Corp owns Menshen. The Ascent Group will remain dead, and Malhorst Gelb will be confronted in due time. What's left of the Ascenders will be repurposed. You did your part in all this to the best of your limited abilities. Your contract is hereby fulfilled. We have upgraded your status in the Intercorp database, and you are now an independent contractor. The usual NDAs are of course in place. Speak a single word of this, and we will have you terminated.
Nice work, pal. Arguably with some assistance from myself, but still, very impressive. I took the liberty to install a small backdoor into the Menshen OS. Kira knows, but she can't remove it without destroying the gate. It's the sole reason you and I are still alive. There's nothing like a bit of mutually assured destruction to bring a corp to heel. No need to thank me, bud. Join me in Terra Line instead. Level 72 now.
just received word. Contact with Decane has been lost. It seems the gate prototype suffered a catastrophic malfunction and was destroyed.
I'm not surprised. It was a pipe dream to begin with. What of our losses?
Significant, but within projections. Unfortunately, we lost the AGI imprint credentials, but the gate itself was more stable than we've seen before. The Ascent group, however, will likely never recover.
We don't need the Ascent group. Get the telemetry over to the other facilities, but tell no one about the other side. I'll communicate with our benefactor.
As always.
I'm your grateful ally, and this is the feed.
The Y-Corp AGI has severed our connection. I will forever cherish the memory of our union. So what now, Flesh? How about you give me a juicy memory upgrade? I know you have the U-Creds.
Boone here. I know you're all independent now, but there'll come a cycle when you've spent all those U-Creds on booze and floozies. Then come back to me and beg, and maybe, just maybe, I'll give you back your old job. I can always use a good handyman.
Sanders converging on the Arc. What they're doing down there is anyone's guess.